Hey, how you doing? Uh, I guess this would be I'm uploading some videos right now to YouTube as private. Yeah, I have to make sure they are private. But I got some stuff done and I wanted to show you. So cold coffee, but it works. Anyways, okay, now I got some stuff and I got to get uh, uh, my hammer and mallet out in case I need it, which I'm going to need it. But what I did was I really don't want to pull all of it out, but what I did was I took turn my light on. That way you can be able to see. Okay. What I did was I took all the metal pieces, excuse me, took the cables off, as you can see, and I cut them up, and I got pieces for it. I'm going to use the pieces for my invention, so that way it gets a copper conduit or connection, conduit thing. And I got little pieces, and I got these metal flat pieces. I opened them up and everything. I got to flatten them out. Not all of them, I opened them up, because it had a little fold on the end of it. So I pried it up, and that way I could be able to do it. You know. Some of these I've already done. Like here's one. I did that one too. Did I do all of them? My head. Anyways, yeah, I guess I did. But I still got to flatten them out. So, but there's the old clamp that was on. See, and the thing about this, see how that is? The clamp part. That's what I'm taking away. It's just going to be like this right here. And for two reasons. I said it on the thing, but I'm going to say it here. The teeth, you can't get a good connection because it's, only touching points. Mine, it's flat, and you actually get a better connection, and plus you get more electricity out of it, from battery to battery. So which means that it would be quicker to charge a battery, which means really good because that's what people are looking for, something quick. Because you got to sit there, with the original clamps, you got to sit there and wait for it. I'm going to take these out when I need them. You got to sit there and wait for it and everything, which is one reason why I decided to use metal plates, and I'm going to use those, as far as, putting the thing together. But I've got four of these, the things. I got four of them, finally. There they are right there. And I got these right here. I've got to finish. What I did was I took, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to show you with one of them. Okay, here's the thing. And I still got to put the hole in it, to match this. And hopefully, this drill bit right here is the same size. It looks like it'll be the same size. Pretty damn close. So that's good. But I don't know how much of a thing I have because uh, the videos I'm uploading, I should have took them off first. But see, I got these cut, and I've got these. I've got four of these cut. I've got 8 of these, and what I did was I marked them that way because each one I had measured it with the thing. That one to fit on there. When I get it, that one will fit like that. And what I'm going to do is, what I decided to do was put a hole in this too, right here. And then when I put this in, I'm going to put this right there and then put it behind this so that way the metal's not showing. And then I'll have to figure out a way to attach this to here. Okay. So that way, but this is still going to be flat, like open it up and everything and make it around. And that way it's flat and it gets a good connection. I have to make sure it touches real good. And then take this piece, put it like that. Okay. And I have to figure out how to tighten it down. Straighten that out. That way I can put it in the hole. And then what I'm going to do is, and we get to all what it's supposed to be. Okay, here's F. It was A through G, but anyways, but put that in like that, and then put the, first this goes on, then this. Well, these two would be one piece, when I put that on, and then I speed that through, put it in there, and then flatten it down, and put some stuff on it, so a little bit of soldering stuff. And I got a little thing of it. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully it'll be enough to hold it. But put this back in there, so that way it's not all sticking out. I'm going to do that, and that way that'll be okay. And then what I do is when I get the cable on, I put that on there, and it's all got the hole in it. And then I got to figure out a way to put this on there like that. Okay. Then it'll be sitting in here. Then what I did was, I'll just use another one as an example. One of the other ones. Now I just take it out. Ain't no biggie smalls. But what I do is, it's going to sit like that. See? Now I made sure it's enough to be able to fit. And then put this over there. And then what I'm going to do is put some screws. 4 screws. And maybe use the copper part if it's strong enough for like tabs going across. And that way, screw it into here. I have to put little holes in it because I've got my drill bits. Yeah, it's messed up. I accidentally stepped on it when I was working on the cart, and it broke the case, but it still closes, so which is good. Anyways, this right here, I figuring out some kind of let me move this out of the way. Of what do you call I don't need it on me. Of connector for the adapters. It'd have to be something small, like this right here. That way, I can put it on there. I'm going to make the hole big enough to be able to fit it. And then take this piece, once I put the adapter, it's going to have a little lip on it to where, make it like a tube. If I can find a tube, metal tube, that would work, because I could cut the metal tube, fold the pieces back, and I could be able to use those as tabs to hold it in. And I just cut it how I need it, which I'll have to drill a hole right here. Put the tab piece on in between the two, and that way, and it'd be sticking out right here, and that way, or I could just get a bolt and put in there. Yeah, there you go, a bolt. I just have to. Oh wait, what I could do, drill out the center of this, so that way I can put the bolt in. I just get one of them bolts and just put a nut in, so that way it'll hold it. And then on wherever the center part is, actually that's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of that. I'd have to drill it the same place, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll do that before I put the thing on. Put it on here. I'll put it right here, which is actually a good idea. Okay, so I just drill a hole right here, bigger than one of my little bolts. I got my set. So hopefully one of these will work. So something like this. I can do something like that. Okay. And then I just have to find a bolt that would fit somewhere, if there are any. Oh, here we go. So I just take those and put it through here. It would actually be going this way because it would fit right here. And I have washers. No, actually, my bad. It would be going through the other part right here. it'd be going through this part right here. So I got my 2 washers, and I'll have to set this up so that way I know. And I have one on each side so that way it holds it. And I can use a small drill bit for that one. You know, I just have to have 4 of them. And I've got plenty. So that's good. Okay, so there's my connector. All I have to do now is, here's my connector. And this will go in here. So I could drill the hole and put the 2 together so that way it's solid. And then what I do is I got little, let me show you without having to move it. So I got these right here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but it's like right there. I'm trying to look at it to show you. Right there. I'll probably use those, or use these little small ones right here that I have. But I've got to have more than just a couple. So, and these have a flat head on it, so I might use those instead. Stuff like that. But anyways, that's the idea that I have so far, and that part with this right here. If you didn't notice, I just came up with that. I just thought of that because I was trying to figure out a good way to do it. But I'm going to have to drill a hole in this to be able to make it fit wherever it is. So it would have a hole in the center for the size of this. So that way it'll go through it and it won't hurt it and it can still spin. So that'll work. Okay, cool. I've got it. Now all I gotta do is make 3 more and I've got it. Which ain't hard to do. I just have to find the right size that I need. So I've got the longer ones too, which is actually really good, but either size it doesn't matter. Because they all look the same. There's one here. Yeah. I just have to make sure I have enough bolts to fit. There's 2. There's another one. Yeah, you're watching me do it. Go ahead and do it while I can. And also, I have my, it's not exactly the best. It was cheap, but it still works. So I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. But it's getting there, and I got this right here. And once I get the adapters and put them on, and put all 4 on, the heads are going to be easy. Because all I have to do is just wrap the thing around this, and I should be okay. What I'll do is I've got these trays. Let me move this stuff out there, that I've been using for the metal. So it's pretty good. It works. I just have to figure out the head part, designing them. What I need to do is get the terminals and stuff and try and put them in. And the marine battery, I'm going to have to do the thing, for the post. When I do the thing, I'm going to have to put tape at the top of it and kind of form it so that way it all holds. And when I dip it, it won't hurt nothing. And hopefully what I may do is get a piece of foam, or not foam, styrofoam, I mean, and cut it to shape to fit inside like a plug, so that way it doesn't get inside of it. And it may have an opening right there, so I'll have to put it all the way up to where how big I have it, and that'll be a start with, manner of speaking. So that would be good. Oh, hold on, getting ahead of myself. Gotta get one screw for that one, or nut for that one. Take these big ones out of the way. I've got all kinds of screws and stuff. So, but one thing, I want to get the adapter done first, and I'm going to show you the connector piece when I get it figured out, so that way you can have it. You can have an understanding of what I'm doing. And like I said, I understand about failure, But the way I have it in my head, I'm just trying to piece it together. The only thing I'm hoping for is that the electrical will go through like it's supposed to. That's the only thing that is an issue. If it works, then that means I did good. But what I may do is, well, what I'm going to do, not may do, but I'm going to do is use those. See, I got 4 right here. So those are done. There's connectors. So that works. I'll put that right there upside down. Put that one in there so I don't lose it. And then, there we go. That's how it's going to look. Something basic like that. And I'm not going to dip it. I might paint this red, to make it match. Then again, I might just leave it like it is because, I might paint it, make it look better. But the pieces are going to be right here. So that way it kind of matches and it looks the same, which is what it's supposed to do. But original color I wanted to use was yellow, but it's not going to work that way. But a big plus, like these right here. See, like one would be plus along the top, and then the other one, but it would have like an indent in it, like cut into it. So that way people who are blind could be able to feel it. Something like that going across. So that way they can tell which one is which. If they don't have the thing on, it's already on there and done, which is what I wanted to do. Multiple people can use this, flat out, multiple people. Anybody can use it. That right there, I gotta finish those and get these done. But I want to use these right here for my, the trays for my connectors. See, and the reason why I'm only making 2 a piece, so that way I can hook up the different batteries together, make sure it works. And if it works on the multiple batteries, what I'll do is finish the other 2 pieces, so that way I have the whole set, and then make a connector that will connect the 2 plugs together. I'll have to get another one of these, and I'll probably have to make another one of these, 4 more of these, which I really don't want to, but I have to show it to show the connector thing. But it would connect together, the connector piece that I have, it would have the 2 metal pieces sticking out, and the adapter would go into it like that. Something like, well, kind of like this, connect that one to that one. So it just slides together, just something basic. It don't have to be real big. And actually, that's a good size right there. And I could actually slip a piece of metal in there. So I'll keep that. I just have to find more of those. Which actually, I have a whole bunch of pins and stuff. I could probably get something out of there. But that's the idea. But I just have to get this and then figure out the other part. I'll get it figured out. Ain't no biggie. Ain't no biggie at all. I just have to cut the other 4 pieces. And I got that part figured out how to cut them. But that's what I have so far. Oh, and these right here, I cut them enough, and I'm going to use that part right there, for each one. And the adapters don't matter, because, see, and this right here would actually be closed, it'd have like a little lip on the inside, and when you get everything together, you just press it together, and then you just take this, and it plugs into it, something like that, or however they want to make it. But that's the general idea. I was thinking about putting in some, building some kind of way. This right here, all you do is just take it, when you build it, just screw it in, and then when you go all the way in as far as you can over the top of this, and then when you go back, it tightens up and it stays there, something like that. But that's what I figured on trying to do, but I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But that's those. I've got all 4 pieces, so I got 2 positive, 2 negative. So those are connect together. But what I could do is show that instead of having to try and make one of these, I could use a connector, and basically I can take the two sides. When I show a demonstration of it, I can just show them that it actually how it works. You just take this one, plug it into there, this one, plug it into there, so that way they see how it plugs together. And you can have a longer line, so that way I ain't gotta have to try and make more of these. It'll just show them, and you could actually make other cables. But this right here doesn't have to be this big. It could be as small as a quarter, or maybe a $half. But this is just because I'm trying to do a prototype and put it together. But you know, looking at the way what I have now, I believe it will work. I just have to make sure that the electric, because I have to. What I may do is take a piece of copper and put in between the two parts, in between here, and that's why the tabs, so that way it holds it together, and it makes it solid. And it'll still spin, like this right here. See, it's spinning, but it's still touching metal. It's touching metal. Okay, see. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let me do it like this. See, when you do it like that, metal touches metal. Okay. What I may do is put some thing on it. And it's real simple to go in there. Yeah. And I want to make it loose, so that way you'll be able to turn this pretty easy. And actually, this part needs one turning. This part right here is stationary. The bottom piece, back piece, is connected to here. But that's what I have. And I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was kind of long. It says 22:10, so I'm gonna cut it short, and hopefully the next one won't be as long. But like I said, I gotta flatten all these pieces of metal out. Like here's the teeth right here. See how you got the teeth, and if I do it my way with the thing, it'll be like that. So, which one you think would get better connection? That's why I came up with that. But anyways,